What's up, guys? Killer back with another Zombie IO video, and today we're going to go over tips and tricks outside of the game, so not playing the game. So I've gone over some of these things before, probably regurgitated, but people like the words tips and tricks. They think they're getting ahead when you say tips and tricks. So bet tips and tricks. Here we go. So as you can see, I have a very extensive menu. You have it as well. Um, First one we're going to go over, well, I take that back. That's the last one we're going to go over. First one we're going to go over is equipment. Equipment. I preach and I say all the time, and I'd say this all the time to you guys: don't chase gear. And you'd be like, "Oh, Killer, but I'm trying to get like you." Da 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 da. And it's like, listen, you can't get like me. It's not how it's going to go. Don't chase gear. Let gear come to you. Um, Gear is more frequent than everything else in the game as far as like stuff you're able to get, right? Like, for instance, there's only a cap on a certain amount of heroes. There's only a cap on a certain amount of of um of vegetables. There's only a cap on a certain amount of vehicles. There's only a cap on a certain amount of, I don't know if I'm going to keep Dr. J there. We're going to see. I wonder, let me see. I wonder if this changes if it goes down versus does it change up with Dr. J? Nope, it's the same. Okay. It goes down, like you're gonna get equipment forever. So like, for instance, if you're combining boxes, right? Like, you're gonna get combos all the time. So here we go. We're gonna go into the equipment, and this is my first trick of the day. So the A grade of the yellow class of items. So your yellow helm, your yellow chest, arms, boots, weapons, etc., neck, all that. This is what I would say. I would say keep it. Get it all the way up to Myth 4. You know, get it to Myth 4. Why do you get it to Myth 4? Because you can always bring it back down and make it into when you get to the S class. But you can't take the myth class of items, the myth class of 4, the Rainbow 4 A gear. You can reset it, right? So like, you can reset it and you'll get these eight gloves back. If you take this and you reset it, you get those 8 gloves back. The difference is you won't get the same stuff for A. So like, for instance, if I were to reset this and take the same gloves from A to this one, the athletic gloves, they would destroy the athletic gloves. Like, they'll use these first. And let me show you what I'm talking about, because I know I kind of like jumbled it a little bit. But let me clarify. So like, for instance, if I take these boots and I say autofill, you see how the check autofilled the the survival boots? It checked this. The problem with that is that you need the survival boots to make more survival boots, and this is what I'm talking about right here. So once we get here, now I need a survival boot. Well, if I'd have just done like what they said, the survival boot would have got used up and wouldn't been able to make them red. So make sure you pay attention to that and upgrade this gear accordingly, right? Actually, I need those two. So we're going to go with these two. Yeah, upgrade the gear accordingly. That way, you don't miss out on making gear red, myth, and higher, because you are deleting the gear you actually need. So when you're making gear, make gear with opposite gear that you're not interested in using. So for the A class gear, like for instance, I've got 2 of these. Well, I need 2 of these plus 10 of the boots to make this guy, myth red. So what do? If I go back to the boot I just made, I'll reset it. Why not? There goes 8 of those boots. Get back, go back to the combination, hit the boot. I got 8. If I go autofill right there, you see how it used 2 of them? It used 2. It used 2, right? If I click that one and then I click that one, now I still got the one left over. You see how it tries to use it for you. So make sure you pay attention to that, because that's one of the bigger ones. When you're making your gear, it'll eat the gear in A automatically. Now the S class, because you can't delete it. So like for instance, if we were to use swords, um, because I can't delete the swords, I'll show you. It will not automatically. I'm not using my fire, my flamethrowers, and we'll get to that next. That's probably going to be one of my next tips and tricks. But right here, if I go make the red sword, if I click this, I can't click another sword because the S locks itself. I can click that one, but I can't click another weapon because I don't want to use the flamethrower. So, like, see, this S gear will automatically do that. So don't chase the S gear, because once you get enough, it'll show you have enough or not, and then you can make a decision where if you want to downgrade your A gear to S gear, because it'll make you'll have it maxed out. Get this stuff to Myth 4, play with it. Once you got all 8 of these, or all as many as you think you need to make Myth, and it's going to be better and higher damage, then switch it out. Another simple tip and trick, flamethrower. So right now in the game, in the challenge modes, flamethrower happens to be the weapon. I've got one somewhere. I've got to finish this quest off. I don't have it finished off. I got the Shuriken one right there, and right here, flamethrower 400 dead enemies. I have not yet to beat this because my flamethrower is not strong enough for this board. So don't destroy your flamethrower. Maybe potentially make it your secondary if you like it. If you don't, just keep stacking the flamethrowers. That's one of the ones I will say for the gear. So that's all gear tip and trick. Hero tip and trick. Top 3 heroes: Natasha, Harley, and Drew, hands down. With a honorable mention to, I believe it's Angie. Let me see. I can't. For some reason, it's not letting me move like I want to move. There we go. With Sasha, excuse me. Honorable mention to Sasha. Now, as far as the A's versus the S, it's the same exact situation. I would go to Myth with Natasha or them first before I just start focusing on the one hero, because you're going to need 9 of these heroes prior to getting them to Myth 4. So focus on the A class and then go higher end. Like, this one will be, you need 9 plus 78. So if you get Natasha already up to like Myth, and then you're like, oh, I've got my 9, Elena, now you're working with, now you can probably break it down, and then you can get your Elena all the way up to maximum level. So that's what I would say there. That's the hero tip and trick. Top 3, Natasha, Harley, Drew, and then Sasha would be the 4th one. The rest of them, Mike, Molly, and Mike and Molly, they're not worth. Don't do that. Dress up. Dress up's key. If you've got Ghost Wolf Jerry, he adds 10 more 100 more HP. That's helpful compared to the regular skins. So I would go ahead and put that one on. Another thing to think about when it comes to these skins, instead of buying them, you can go to the camp, and as you slowly grind these crystals up, you're actually able to pick up these skins, the dress up costumes, in the camp store. So you don't have to spend money getting them. You can get them for free. You just need the crystal. You need the colorful crystals. They have recently added them, so you're getting a lot more colorful crystals, which is good. So hopefully that'll help you there. That's one of the things right there with the dress up. Let's go back. So we're at dress up, pets. I personally think the best pet that you're going to be able to get just by rolling, to me, is the giraffe. He has an automatic magnet in him, so he actually is like hitting a magnet. So in a certain radius, he'll get all the experience to you. I think this is probably one of the better pets for leveling. As far as surviving, the cow is really good, and then as far as damage, the chicken is really good, because the chicken does more damage up front. And these are things you're going to be able to get from just the tickets versus waiting on trying to get a red. Majin Buu Bunny, he's really good, and then also Legendary Duck is really good for DPS and guild and world bosses, surviving levels. Majin Buu, aka Bunny, is really nice. Now, honorable mention would be Naya. I'm gonna mess her name up. Nina? No, I'm messing it up. Anyway, the fox adds a healing portion to it, and it does a attack of 3 in a direction. It's interesting. I believe that if you happen to get the bear, he's better than the fox, and I know that for a fact the squirrel is better than the fox. I don't have it, but I've seen it in practice. It's better. Let's go back. Oh, we're already in pets. So fruits and vegetables. Once again, the broccoli is your most desirable fruit and vegetable. This is the one you want to go with. Go with the broccoli. Once you like, if they give you like a S all broccoli and you get to choose, always choose broccoli and get the broccoli up as fast as possible. It's going to do the most damage overall. First off, HP attack 20 at blue, right? No big deal. Cool. All levels, laser quantity +1. So now you get 2 lasers at purple. Laser damage range 100%. So now it does the whole board at yellow. Cool. Lasers have a 25% chance to trigger a combo. A combo laser is when the laser trickles, so it hits more than one target. You're at 25% at red. Red 2, which is where I'm at now, deals extra 5% damage, and we're trying to get myth, but God, it's hard. Lasers have 50% chance to trigger combo. So now every other laser is triggering a combo pretty much. Once again, you get extra damage at myth 1, laser damage 20% at myth 2, myth 4, lasers deal extra 10% damage. So the lasers deal extra 10% damage, and then laser damage is 20%. So I guess the damage of the laser is going to increase, but I have to see it in practice to see how that works. I can't explain the difference right there. And then at 4, now you're shooting 2 lasers or 3 lasers off the rip. So every 3, and it's already the highest damaging thing. So yeah, broccoli is the way to go. That's the biggest one out of this one. The pineapple is probably the most disappointing because it actually when the blades, the rotator blades disperse, and sometimes you need the rotator blades near you to actually guard damage. I'd stay away from pineapple. It's not a bad one to have, but it's until you get it maxed, it's not as good as it is without one. So I just would leave the pineapple alone. The boomerang is underrated. It's really good. And then this guy's underrated. Black hole's underrated because he does split into smaller balls and he does a lot of damage. It's between black hole and boomerang, and as far as shurikens, as far as like what does the next highest damage. The problem with shurikens is that shurikens have to be maxed to actually keep up with lasers. If you can get the shurikens rolling, then it's almost equal to lasers, but until then it's not. If you miss, it's not as good. For PvP, for the defensive side, the coconut, this is probably one of the best PvP vegetables that you can have, for the simple fact that it will defend and slow down, and that's one of the things. And now I gotta actually, now that I just thought about that for defense, I gotta go back to the equipment and show you guys something. So when you're playing PvP, one of the keys to have is this piece component right here. Let's see. In battle, can resurrect 1 time. Myth. In battle, you can resurrect 2 times. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten beat by resurrecting 2 times in PvP. This is a big tip and trick. I think there is, let's see. I'm going to try to find the chest piece that actually has, let's see, which one has resurrect twice. I want to say there's an A one that has resurrect twice. It might not. In battle, resurrect 1 time. After reviving, full health, attack, equipment speed. So apparently there is not another one that has it. So The Destroyer armor and the Godslayer armor both have it, but I am missing it by 1 tier, so I don't have to double resurrect right now. I am beatable because of that. When I play PvP and guild, this is the piece I actually need to put on because it makes you survive longer. Also with boards, it'll give you an extra revive so that when you get past a certain point and you're dying, if you're dying with 1 revive, this gives you 2, and now you have 3 revives because that third one will actually is the one that will cost you the coin or the ad, and you can actually revive. So this is a big piece to add if you're struggling with leveling and you're like, man, I'm so close. Add the double res to your piece of armor. The chest piece for the Destroyer is almost a must-have because I don't believe the rest of them have it. I don't. The Tech Hunter doesn't have it, and neither does the Wind Chaser. The only other one is the Godslayer and the Destroyer. So that's a must-have. And I think that covers the equipment. As far as, let's go to genes. So this is another one. As far as like getting your genes up as fast as possible, like 100 is the max level, guys. I'm at 97 right now. This is going to add so much more power to your player. Get that up as fast as possible. You might want to know, like when I started these videos, I was actually level 77. I'm currently 97, and I've only got 2 weeks worth of videos. So how did I get 20 levels from 77 jump up to 97? I'll show you. It's real quick. It's real easy. Fast patrol. Speed up. I think we might be able to actually get a level right in front of your face right now. So this is another tip and trick. Extra stamina is probably the best use of gems. I didn't realize I was right there. I'm close to having that 8K or 80K, and I might do a pool so you guys can kind of see like getting gear from the I might do a pool getting gear from the SS equipment, but we'll get back to that. This is, yeah, getting stamina every day. That is key. Get all this every day, no matter what, and then level it. If you're not gonna play, cool, no big deal. Fast patrol, cool. Fast patrol, well, you gotta wait. You got up to 8 of these, so it works out really well. Fast patrol, and you can see you can't get more experience than that in equipment. And like 45 energy, fuel, you've got all type, you got banknotes, you got engine parts, you got equipment, you know, you got experience. Like you're not gonna be able to get 75K of experience every day, you know, you just not. But this, you can get up to 8 times. So there you go. And that's how you get closer. And as you can see, that experience bar, like I'm almost in 98. I probably will get that by the end of the day because I have technically 2 more chances to fast patrol. So I probably get 98 today. So, and that's worth. Why is this? Oh, look at that. Somehow, yeah, okay. We're at level 15. Sweet. Why check in? Do I have to do anything? All right. But yeah, that's probably one of my bigger tips and tricks for the game as far as like the leveling side. Keep leveling. Keep leveling. Spend your gems on leveling because it's going to increase your power quite a bit. Your power will definitely increase multiple. And then like you can see, because I did that, now I have more blueprints to increase equipment. Another thing, because this one's going to be longer because we're just going over certain stuff. Hero also jumped up, so now we'll upgrade Reno. So because I did that, I was able to upgrade my level, my banknotes, my heroes, my equipment. And then if you're working on getting equipment, look at this combination, bam, all the way to purple. And that's, I've gone to yellow plenty of times like that. So this is another one where, again, just leveling daily with the fast patrol makes a big difference. The fast patrol is probably your biggest friend to level. What else was I gonna say? I had one more that I was gonna do. Oh, let's go in here. Banknote collection caps at level, I think level 90 now. I think that's the cap. So once you hit level 90, you max out the banknotes. So I'm getting 4 times 1.26 million banknotes a day. That's you know, level as fast as possible. That's all I can say. Level as fast as possible. Yeah, I got beat. I got to figure out what I'm going to do here. But yeah, so that's one of them. And then the last one I guess I'll go over is, I think I've gone over Extreme Challenge, but Extreme Challenge also helps because the medic, uh, the medicine, the Jin medicine, that'll get you all these extra feats. So like I'm not gonna go over all of them because you watch the Jin video. Um, but I'm already at experience, which is level 90. So I only got 2 more left to go. I got quite a few more of these medicines I need to get. I don't think I can add them any other way. So yeah, you have to actually play to get those. But the top one actually gives you a built-in magnet. So improves absorption rate by 100, increase 100. Imagine that with a magnet. That's gonna be insane. I can't wait to get that. But guys, that's all my tips and tricks I can think of really to help you with. Don't chase gear. Focus on leveling your person and getting better that way. Don't just keep patrolling, keep going. You'd be surprised how many levels I've actually beat just because of the level I was versus the gear I had. So that's my tips and trick video. Killa out. This again, part 2. Like and subscribe. Hit me up on Discord. Leave a comment. I will reply. Ask people. I'm out. Peace.